Hey guys, how's it going? This is Autobot JCB here, coming to you with a brand new how to transform video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to transform the 2004 Transformers Energon Megatron. Now, this design for Megatron has always been one of my favorites, not only because it is Megatron, but because of the amount of detail, the scale of the figure, the the paint scheme of the figure, the amount of detail. Like, I'm not even kidding. This has always been one of my favorites. I am going to tell you one thing, though. He only takes up my number 2 spot. Unfortunately, for this Megatron, which as much as I like it, my number 1 spot goes to Sonic Wing Mode from Transformers Cybertron. So, I'll be showing you guys that in a later video. But anyway, so as you guys know, in the Transformers Energon series, this version of Megatron was, for lack of a better word, sleeping dormant inside Unicron's body after the Unicron battles in Transformers Armada. And the Decepticons, I believe it was Scorponok and Starscream, they were tasked with collecting Energon for Unicron, but apparently Megatron wasn't as dead as they thought, and he was actually stealing the Energon, and he was able to reconstitute himself and actually basically rebirth himself. Now, with this design, it makes his Armada design, honestly, look pitiful. I'm sorry. I honestly think this design could easily just whip the Armada Megatron without question. So, some of the features that this one has, what I'll show you first is that if you actually take this section of him off, it's a little tank, and you guys will notice, what does this look like? It looks like the Transformers Armada design for Megatron. I've always thought that that was kind of weird and funny at the same time, that they would give him a weapon that looked like his previous vehicle mode. But at the same time, hey, if it works, do it. As you can see here, he's got a cannon right here. Unfortunately, I don't have the missile for it, but the bullet or the missile sits right here in the tank barrel. It has the trigger right here. I do not have batteries in this, so it's not going to make a sound effect, but it has a trigger right here that when you push it, it makes a firing sound. And then if you turn it around, you'll see, and yes, I know this looks like a slot for a Cyberplanet key, but obviously it's not, because this design came out before Transformers Cybertron. This slot right here is actually for Megatron's Energon sword, and I'll be showing you that in just a minute. And then if you flip it over, you'll notice that there are 2 tabs right here. And if you open these up, we'll just go ahead and flip these up. This is actually how you hook the entire tank piece onto Megatron's arm. You can hook it on like this, where he has the tank barrel, or if you flip it around, you can hook it on like this, where he has the sword hanging out the front. But for right now, we're going to set this aside, and now I'm going to show you how to transform Megatron. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flip him over, and we're going to start by folding up his landing gear. So we'll go 1, 2, and 3, just like that. The next thing we'll do is we're going to grab this whole section right here. We're going to fold it out. We're going to, one thing. Make sure that you take the wing and you pop it up off these tabs right here. Do it on both sides. Otherwise, the leg will not move. Sorry about that. Just go ahead and fold the wings up a little bit. Just get them out of the way. So now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and fold the leg straight. And as we do, this little tab will actually fold out. And what you can do is if you take this whole piece right here and slide it. Got hung up, sorry. Go ahead and take this whole piece and slide it down. There. Try folding it down first if it helps. There we go. Fold it down, and that will actually make one of Megatron's legs pop out. So make sure you have this folded all the way down before you do that. I'm sorry about that. All right, let's try it. Let's see if that works over here. So we'll bring it down. We'll flip that up. We'll flip this straight, and then we'll slide this piece. And there we go. That worked out much better. All right, so there we have Megatron's legs ready to go. All right, so the next thing we'll do is we're going to grab both of these right here and right here. We're going to go ahead and pull these out just like this, because we got Megatron's shoulders and we got Megatron's arms right there. Now what we'll do is we'll come back here. We're going to give this whole section a 180-degree turn, just like that. So that way the Decepticon symbol is facing upright. And then what we'll do is we'll take the entire nose of the plane, and we'll pull this forward just a little bit, which will actually free it from that pin right there. And then we'll fold this all the way down to the back, just like that. Fix this shoulder. And now what we'll do is we'll come over here and we'll flip this back right there. There's Megatron's face, but something doesn't look right. So we'll go ahead and flip his horns all the way up, just like that. And there we have Megatron. And as you can see, he does not look happy. I don't know if I'm the only one who sees this, but do you guys think that his face looks the same as... I don't mean like the armor or anything. I mean just strictly his face looks identical to the Armada design. I really hope I'm not the only one that sees that. With this design, I think they tried to do that. But if I'm wrong, feel free to let me know. It's just something that just... maybe it's because I'm so used to Armada that it looks like that. I don't know. But anyway, so there we have Megatron transformed into his alt mode. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to get the sword, which is right here in this little... Here, we'll turn it around. This little silver see-through piece right here is actually his sword. What we're going to do is we're going to take the entire tank piece, and if you insert it into this slot, it will click into place, just like that. And then what you do is push this button, and it will release the entire sword. So now we'll turn Megatron back around. And then, like I said, you can either have it where the tank barrel is facing down, or flip it around, you can have it where the sword is facing down. Honestly, I like having the sword. One thing I like about the sword is not only the amount of detail and how accurate it is to how it is in the show, minus the color, of course, that always kind of bummed me out. But I love that they have the transparent Decepticon symbol right there on the hilt of the blade. It looks great. Now with this, this kind of hooks on similar to how the tidal wave pieces hooked on to the Megatron, the Armada Megatron. There is one significant difference though, where as the tidal wave piece is linked on like this actually slides up over his fist, just like this, and then clicks on. So there we have Megatron. And then a couple other things I wanted to go over. If you look right here, you'll see that he's got two big Energon barrels from his vehicle mode. Both of those will flip down so he can have some firepower in his alt mode. And then if you look over here on his wings, and I apologize for moving him around, my camera frame's not wide enough. If you actually grab right here, you can pull this piece out, and that will actually make his wing open up. I don't remember. I think you can actually do this while he's in vehicle mode as well. But it opens up, and then this right here is actually the barrel of a blaster, and it does it on both sides, but it gives him even more firepower if he needs it. And then you just push this back in, everything folds in. Honestly, that little wing ability kind of makes me think of Star Wars. It makes me think of Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. But anyway, guys, so there is the 2004 Transformers Energon Megatron. One other thing, Megatron actually refers to this as his hyper mode. I don't think they really ever explain why. I think it's just because this is the more powerful version of the Armada version. Even though when that series ended, he was Galvatron, which also never made sense that he keeps reverting back and forth. But anyway, so that's the 2004 Transformers Energon Megatron. If you guys have any other ideas for other Transformers you'd like me to try and do, feel free to comment below, even hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell. I know we're getting pretty close to the end of Transformers Energon, but I'm going to keep these videos coming to keep you guys entertained. Until then, bye.